Hello, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. So today's video is just a little update on the last video we did on crashing mental health, and I just got such a beautiful response from that video. I got comments, and it was just lovely. So as you can see, I'm out in the sun. It's a beautiful sunny day in Sydney today, and I'm just at a little dog park actually near my place. And I just wanted to let you know that I'm good, that I've spent some time having some music on, which is always great for mental health. Ah, but one thing I should tell you, if your mental health is not so great because you've had a breakup or it's something about loved ones, then you probably shouldn't listen to love songs, like the deep love songs. Put something bright on, like I don't know, by the sitting on the dock of the bay or something like that, or be happy or whatever. But anyway, I got a couple of comments in the last video from some lovely people. I've got new subscribers, so welcome, welcome, welcome. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for actually caring. And the biggest thing is that you care about you, because I think the reason why people subscribed and so many people have watched it so far is because they related with their own mental health. All right, so I just want to address one of the comments on that video, and it was a girl. I won't say her name. If she wants to email me or put another comment in, that I can say who she is, then fine. But she actually said that she'd been suffering for quite some time, and that her mother didn't understand mental health. And all I can say to you is, I'm not sure how old you are or what era your mother was born in, but I have a mother that's 93, nearly 94. And I'm going to tell you something. You'll probably think, oh my God, how could she say that? But one of the kindest things my mother ever said to me was about 10 years ago, when my health was really bad. And she was so attentive, and she touched my arm and she was rubbing it gently. And she just looked into my eyes and she goes, Tan, I'm trying really hard, like I'm trying hard to understand. But in Ireland, if anything like this happened, they'd just take you away and we'd never find you again. We would never see you again. Now, she was being heartfelt in trying to tell me that she was trying to understand. But you've got to understand, generations ago, people didn't know what mental health was. They thought you were just crazy, you went to an asylum or whatever. Everything she said was true. And if people, like, when I spoke to my therapist about those words, she just, like, her eyes wide open. But that was one of the most gentle and kind moments I ever had with my mother. She's a good person, don't get me wrong, but it touched my soul because, like, they might have known. Look, you think about World War II and soldiers coming back and war neurosis. A lot of people become drug addicts, or back then probably alcoholics, or they just were angry in their home environment and people didn't understand. So there was not a common theme of, oh, it's mental health, from the atrocities they'd seen. So now we're more educated, we know so much better. And I just want to say to you, if your mum doesn't understand, or your brother or sister, when you're really sick, it's hard to explain to people where it's coming from or the depth of it. But if you have help with a therapist, or you attend a community of some sort, or if you don't, find some stuff online, or go to a mental health community centre and get some brochures, and just don't even try and have the conversation with them if it's too difficult. Just say, look, I can't explain it to you, but maybe if you read these, you might get a better understanding. But I understand where you're coming from, because it wasn't a thing in your day. It was there, but there was no label for it. So when people, don't understand depression or anxiety or mental health, generally it's an age thing because they just had to get up and do things. And that was basically your comment, that your mum says, just get it done. And there is merit in that, because when we're depressed and in bed and we're struggling just to breathe, it's really difficult to do that. But once you take that step, like I did the other day, I showed you in the video, from bed to bathroom. Once you take that step, the difference that you feel is amazing. So days and days of deep depression to finally getting up and having a shower. And the fact that I did that, I feel so proud of myself. And I've done several other things in the house soon. I'm not ready to tackle people, but I did come out into this little park and I'm chatting with you now. And like I said, and to Tanya at Tanya Talks Too Much, she's been watching my videos and she's been through a very similar thing. She's in Ontario, Canada. And I just want to say thank you for your well wishes and your heartfelt thoughts. I watch you all the time, and I can't believe how similar we are. All right. So anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Be blessed and be grateful and be kind to yourself.